purposes. For
purposes.
details of how we protect and use your personal data, please see our website or ask your call advisor. The well-being of our staff is very important to us, and we will not tolerate any threatening, aggressive, or abusive language towards them. Any such instances, following fair warning, may result in your call being terminated or being forwarded to voicemail. We are busy at the moment, and it may take us longer than usual to answer your call. If you're calling to share concerns about a health or social care service, including queries or complaints about the use of the Mental Health Act, please hold. For other inquiries, you may find the information you're looking for on our website, www.cqc.org.uk, or you can email us at inquiries@cqc.org.uk. Please listen carefully to the following options before making your choice. Please feel free to make the customer contact advisor aware of your preferred pronouns. If you are calling regarding detention under the Mental Health Act, please press 1. If you are concerned that someone may be at risk of harm or abuse, or want to share any other concern about a service we regulate, please press 2.
Pressing
If
2.
you are calling, thank you for holding. All of our advisors are busy at the moment. Please hold, and we will connect you to an advisor as soon as possible. Speaking to Kay in the concerns team, are you calling to raise concerns?
Yes, hello. Can I ask what your name is? And I am ringing to raise a concern today, yes.
My name's Kay, K-A-Y.
K-A-Y-K. Oh, hi, Kay. My name is Mr. Hussain, and I'm ringing to raise a concern that I've or make an appendage or addition to a previous concern I raised with yourself. So it's additional information.
That's fine. Do you have your reference number at all?
I don't. If you can help me assist me if I give you further details, and you can look that up.
What's the contact number you usually contact us on?
I don't think I've given my contact number.
Okay, that's fine. What's the name of the service?
The name of the service is Sunningdale Care Home in Bradford, EMI.
Just going to see if I can find it. Won't be a second.
Okay.
When was the last time you contacted us?
I believe it was sometime in July.
And what's your first name?
Shazad. You may be better regarding the person I'm concerned about, which is my brother Talib Hussain.
Just take a note of that. Got a service coming up. Sunningdale EMI Care Home, North Park Road.
That's the one. That's the one that I was complaining about. And
I'll just see if I can find your concern.
Okay.
Just gonna have a look at another. It won't be a second.
Okay, sure.
think I've located it here. I'm just going to have a quick look over it.
Can you give me the reference number?
Yeah, that's fine. Can you just confirm your brother's date of birth, please?
15/9/1960.
Perfect.
Because I think I found a reference number here. I'm not sure if there's does it end in 8H5?
It does, yes.
Okay, so you got the right case number now. It's so the case is 457-652-Y5J85 H5, yeah. So I previously raised a serious concern with yourself, and I was advised yourself that they're denying me access to see my brother. Can I ask, are you in a position to provide me with any further information regarding this?
In respect of you saying further information, are you querying what has been done with the concern that you've raised?
Yes.
Right, okay. With us being the regulators of health and social care and not an individual company service, we wouldn't keep you updated of what has been done with the concerns being raised. If we're the first to find out about harm or abuse, we'll alert the relevant authorities such as safeguarding and police. What happens next is the concerns go to the allocated inspection team for that service to be used in ongoing monitoring, which helps them to determine when, what and where to inspect. If they need to contact the provider, say for example if there's been any regulations breached or they require any assurances, our inspection team will do so, but they wouldn't.
Okay. I understand, but under these circumstances, the situation is what you're explaining to me is that you practically can't get involved. All you can do is gather the information and forward it onto the relevant safeguarding agencies locally, and such as the Adult Safeguarding Board or the police locally, and they will deal with it, and your inspectors will should it be necessary to do so, go down and inspect the place. But all I want to know is that since July, has an inspector gone down and inspected the place?
I'm just going to see if the service has been inspected.
Yeah, because that would be public information, wouldn't it?
Yes. As far as I can see, it looks like the last report we published was in March last year.
Okay, so okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Doesn't look like it's under inspection at the moment.
So what you're saying is that as a result of me raising the concerns back in July, that has not necessitated the care home being inspected, as far as you can tell, because from your records, it's not presently under inspection, is it?
That's right.
Okay, thank you for confirming that. That's all I needed to know. I would like to add some further information to my ongoing concerns regarding this care home today.
Yes, that's fine.
So
if the phone goes quiet at any time, I'll just be making notes, and if you don't mind, just speaking at a slow pace so I can capture your concerns accurately.
Okay. I do have a tendency to speak fast, so thanks for reminding me. I will try to speak slower.
Thank you. And what was the additional information, please?
So, okay, I just wanted to give a slight background because obviously you have all the information with you, just for reference purposes. I raised this concern with you back in July that I was being prevented from seeing my brother, and that circumstance hasn't changed. I ring up both the care home and my brother's social worker. And the local authority solicitor have been ringing them every single day to find out under what legal basis that my brother's been taken from my care and be detained at the care home, and so that's been an ongoing process that has resulted in no further development. I'm leaving daily messages to his social worker and the local authority solicitor. Those are the people that you would ideally refer to on these such issues. I also, focusing primarily on the care care home. The care home, I'm sending them a daily email message asking them to simply explain to me how they are detaining my brother and under what legal basis. They refuse to respond to any emails. I then ring them up on a daily basis and ask to speak to the manager, and they slam the phone upon me. They refuse to engage with me on the telephone. So that's what's been happening since I last reported this incident to you. However, a new incident has occurred yesterday, which is of issue of grave concern to me, which I would like to add additionally to this reference number. So, is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay.
I just wanted to mention, have you reviewed our regulation 9A, visiting in care homes?
I will take a look at that after I've made this concern. Please advise me after I've raised the concern, articulated the concerns that have happened yesterday. And while we're summarizing, you can then direct me, because at this moment in time, I've not visited my brother in the care home, and there has been allegations made against me that I was neglecting my brother, and as a consequence, the social workers came down and collected my brother on the 8th of August 2023 and instructed the West Yorkshire Police to instigate a criminal investigation of neglect against me. That investigation had a bail condition that I could not have direct or indirect contact with my brother, and obviously if it's a live police investigation, I'm not going to breach those bail conditions. Those bail conditions were removed in May this year, and as a consequence, I was able to see my brother in July this year. That criminal investigation is still ongoing. I've gone back to the police, West Yorkshire Police, saying that I want to see my brother, and they've told us that there's nothing preventing me, as far as West Yorkshire Police are concerned, from going down to the care home and visiting my brother. But the only reason that I don't go down to visit my brother is because there's a live criminal investigation regarding my conduct and behavior. I don't want to go down to the care home to give the care home the pretext to call the police upon me for disturbing the peace or something, because simply I want to speak to them on the telephone. Hence why I've been ringing up to speak to the care home provider. So that's what's been ongoing since I last contacted you. But an incident has occurred yesterday that I would like to bring to your attention, which I would like you to take a note of, and that's where we'll leave it today, and then I'll ask for some advice afterwards. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay, so what happened yesterday was that my brother had a hospital appointment at 2:50 yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was the responsibility of the care home to take my brother to the hospital for this outpatient appointment.
Yeah.
I attended the appointment. I attended at the hospital, hoping to have an opportunity to see my brother, because I have not seen him since the 3rd of June, early the year, because I've been denied access. So I went down to the hospital appointment with the hope of seeing my brother. Okay. At 2:55, my brother was not there at the hospital. So I asked the reception staff if the hospital appointment had been cancelled by the care home, or if it had been rearranged. The reception staff told me that no, this appointment is still booked to go ahead today. So I waited. I waited until about 3:25 yesterday, and nobody had arrived at this appointment. So I went back to the reception staff, and the reception staff told me, nobody's rung in to cancel or anything. So the hospital appointment, as far as the hospital are concerned, was still scheduled for yesterday. But half an hour, 40 minutes later, my brother had not turned up to this appointment. So then the reception staff rang up the care home and said, look, one of your patients was supposed to be an appointment here today. And I think the care manager must have made some excuse up. And the reception staff said, okay, well, I'll let his brother know. At this point, the care manager must have realized that I was at the hospital because they were not expecting me there. And then they started asking me who I was. I didn't want to tell who I was, but eventually they said that the hospital appointment has been rearranged as a telephone appointment. That's what the reception staff told me, that the care home manager had relayed to her over the telephone. Yet the reception staff at the hospital, prior to making the call to the care home manager, had told me that this appointment was supposed to go ahead today. There was no talk about it being rearranged as a telephone appointment. It was clear to me that the care home manager had failed in her duty of care to my brother and was looking to make a pretext on the spot, which was to state that the hospital appointment had been rearranged as a telephone appointment. But it was quite evident that it had not been arranged as a telephone appointment because it was a physical examination that was required. And so this is a very serious issue as far as I'm concerned, because on the one hand, the local authority, Bradford Council, have made allegations over 500 days ago that I was neglecting my brother, yet they have abducted my brother, forcibly put him into a care home. I have previously highlighted some of the issues and concerns with yourself as a Care Quality Commission, that this care home was not fit for purpose and was endangering my brother's life because they are not even cared for him properly. I had to cut his nails and cut his hair on my first visit to him after 300 days on the 3rd of June 2024. And now it transpires that the care home are not even fit enough, fit for purpose to send my brother to a arranged appointment at the hospital. Now, this is very concerning to me because I believe that they have deliberately not sent my brother to this hospital appointment because of costs. It would have cost them to send somebody with my brother, because my brother does not speak, obviously has disabilities, and also that they would have required an interpreter at cost to themselves. So in order to save on costs, they have not sent my brother to this hospital appointment, which I was made aware of. And this is a major concern to me, because had my brother been in my care and I had failed for him to attend a hospital appointment, and had I not informed the hospital, I would have been, obviously I'm already being investigated, and that's clearly further allegations of neglect on my part. But now, when the authorities have taken my brother into their custody and care, I am arguing unlawfully. He's in a private care home, which is effectively being utilized as a private prison for my brother. These people are so incompetent and negligent and neglectful that they had not only, failed to attend this appointment, they had failed to inform the hospital that they will not be attending or make any rearrangements, because half an hour after the appointment, they had not attended, and as far as the reception staff at hospital were concerned, that appointment was still scheduled to go ahead. It is only after my involvement and the receptionist ringing up the care home, had they then at the last moment told a clear, blatant lie that it had been rearranged as a telephone appointment. This is clearly not the case, and I'm raising this as a serious issue with yourself, because had the shoe been on the other foot, i.e. had my brother been in my care and failed to attend a hospital appointment, that would have been escalated as a serious safeguarding concern. However, now that my brother's been held and detained in the custody of the care home, it's simply not acceptable that they have failed to attend the appointment, they had failed to rearrange the appointment, and then upon inquiry, they have proceeded to tell a blatant lie. I believe my brother's life's in danger, and therefore I'm highlighting this as a further concern to yourselves as a Care Quality Commission.
Thank you. I'm just making some notes. I won't be a second.
Okay.
you. Were there any other concerns you'd like to mention?
I would like to mention that following following the failed visit yesterday at the hospital, obviously the care home manager knew I had attended that appointment. I subsequently came home and I rang up the care home asking to speak to the manager. Once again, like normal, to identify and why they had failed to take my brother to a hospital or pre-arranged hospital appointment. They said the manager's not there and slammed the phone upon me. I rang back several times and they simply said to me that, oh, send it in an email and we'll engage with you via email. So I've tried to contact the care home manager for a reasonable explanation, and they are once again avoiding to engage with me. That's all the issues that have developed as a consequence from yesterday.
Thank you. I'm just going to see if there's any services I might be able to signpost you to that might be able to provide you with some support. It won't be a minute. You can make a complaint with the local government ombudsman, who's there for individual complaints about social care and government services. But as well, if you haven't already discussed it with the local authority safeguarding team, it'd be best too, is if any safeguarding elements are required, they'll be able to take the appropriate actions. And just lastly, there's a regulation on our website that you might find helpful to review. I'm just going to bring it up. It's called Regulation 9A, Visiting and Accompanying in Care Homes.
Okay.
And the intention of that regulation, just in brief, is to make sure that people staying in care homes can receive visits from people they want to see. They're not discouraged from taking visits out. And also, it just goes into depth about how they should respect the right of each person to receive visits. It even goes into depth about restricted visiting, how you should have a dedicated point of contact to discuss your visiting restrictions and how they can be eased and things like that, which you might find helpful as well.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And now the problem here is, as you highlighted earlier on, is that normal complaints would be dealt locally with the the local safeguarding board. But under my particular circumstances, me and my brother's particular circumstances, the villainous evil actions are being perpetrated. The abuser is the local authority. So they are the abusing party. And as a consequence of their abusive nature, they are labeling me as the abuser, namely neglecting my brother. So, but it's incumbent upon yourself as a Care Quality Commission that I've highlighted this to yourselves as a concern that I am practically being prevented from visiting my brother. I highlighted that to you back in June. I'm once again highlighting that to yourself. You have a regulation that clearly states that cannot be that should be avoided, because the person in the care home, namely my brother, has basic human rights. I'm his family member, I'm his brother, I'm his carer, I'm the one that's highlighting these failures. And as a consequence, and I know criticism, Kay, is being drawn to yourself today. You've done a good job of taking my information, but clear criticism is being drawn to the Care Quality Commission, which, as you know, West Steering has stated is not fit for purpose. You, the Care Quality Commission, have been made aware that I, as the brother and as the raiser of safeguarding concerns regarding my brother, have been prevented prevented from seeing my brother, and yet you have not taken the necessary steps to actually go down and send an inspector to ensure the fact that the care home is compliant to your guidelines. This is a clear failure on your part as the Care Quality Commission. I have also on a daily basis included Ian Tenholm, who is, I believe, the CEO of or the chief executive of the Care Quality Commission, who's fully averse and aware that I send him daily emails that my brother is being neglected in the situation. So I would just like to end on the fact that this is in line with the Member of Parliament West Steering's analysis that the Care Quality Commission is not actually fit for purpose to do anything. I'm highlighting to yourselves as a Care Quality Commission that the care home is abusing me and my brother, and as a consequence, you're not doing anything about this. You've been made aware previously that they're denying me contact. You have regulations in place that cannot be taking place. You, as a Care Quality Commission, have not taken the opportunity to send down an inspector in order to evaluate this. Obviously, I am very concerned and alarmed and distressed that my brother's going to be unalived prematurely by the authorities because they have a personal vendetta and a grudge against me because I was looking to whistleblow on failures in adult social care by Bradford Council. So that's just a brief summary of what my thoughts and feelings are. I will take a look at your regulations, but at this moment in time, it is under my duty of care to my brother that I need to ensure that you as a Care Quality Commission are fully made aware of this. I will be making a recording of this call and forwarding it off to West Steering to highlight and support his allegations that the Care Quality Commission is not fit for purpose. I am actually on your website here, and I would like some further advice regarding something called the Care Inspectorate. There's a number here called the Care Inspectorate. Am I in a position to contact them, and what relevance do they have in relation to the Care Quality Commission?
As far as I'm aware, I think the Care Inspectorates are the regulators, perhaps for health and social care in areas that we don't regulate out of England.
Okay. Would it, because it says here, I'm on this website and it says you are looking for the CQC Care Inspector or Care Inspector Wales. So it's got Care Inspector Wales here. Care Inspectorate. It doesn't say whether this is for Scotland or Northern Ireland. Can I ask the Care Quality Commission yourselves, is your jurisdiction just in England?
That's right.
Okay, so would it be a fair assessment to say that this Care Inspectorate is for jurisdictions outside of England?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Okay, so it would be inappropriate for me to contact them because they don't cover the care home that you are regulating.
I can't confirm we certainly regulate the care home. However, you'd have to query with them if they had any involvement from their side.
Oh.
But I did also just want to mention, in regards to your concerns about social services safeguarding team, there's an organisation which is called Social Work England, and they regulate social workers in their roles. You might find it helpful to speak with them. Would you like their contact number?
No, it's okay. So it's Social Work England that regulates social workers. So would it be fair to say that the Social Work England does a sister role to yourself where you regulate care providers, the Social Work England regulates social workers? Are they like yourself, but focused on social workers?
Yes, so in the same respect that we regulate health and social care, Social Work England regulates the actual social workers in their roles.
I understand. And because quite clearly there is I have lodged regarding my brother's social worker, I was in communication with him, and my first point of call was to lodge a formal complaint regarding his conduct and behaviour. His name was Christopher Browell. I made that complaint back in June 2023, and as a result of me lodging a formal complaint to the local authority. The local authority have then come down with the police, made false allegations that I was neglecting my brother, taken my brother and into the custody of this care home, put police bail conditions, so I didn't know where he was. And as a consequence, now I found out where he is, and there's clear neglect taking place from this care home. The local authorities, adult safeguarding board, are fully aware of this. The West Yorkshire Police are fully aware of this because I sent them a daily email message. I'm also sending daily email messages to all the 90 councillors in Bradford, including the Prime Minister, the Home Secretary, and the Minister for Justice, highlighting this issue, because as you can appreciate, I'm very alarmed and distressed because my brother, number one, does not lack mental capacity. Number two, they have no court order of a deprivation of liberty order allowing them to do this. So there's clear steps that they should have taken that would have legally authorized them to detain my brother. On a final point, because I'm grateful for your time and I'm thinking to look to end the call now, but I would like to make you, the Care Quality Commission, aware of this, that you, the Care Quality Commission, have a duty of care over the care home you regulate. Presently, Sunningdale Care Home is, I'm arguing, unlawfully detaining a member of the public, namely my brother Talib Hussein, at this institution without a deprivation of liberty order in place, without any legal authority to detain my brother. They have done this with the collusion and conspiratorial collusion with the Adult Safeguarding Board and the local authority, and are holding him and detaining him in clear violation of his rights to privacy and a family life. And that is a member of the public that you, the Care Quality Commission, I'm making this information available to you because you will be held liable, are going to be held liable for allowing this to happen, because there is a member of the public who's been unlawfully detained, and the Sunningdale Care Home is now acting as a proxy private prison for the local authority who are detaining my brother unlawfully. And I would like to stress this out very much clearly to yourself so you can make a note of this. And I will be forwarding this recording to Ian Denham and the Minister for Health and Welfare, West Deering, that you are presently detaining a person, an individual who, number one, does not lack mental capacity. Number two, there is no deprivation of liberty order in place. And number three, who has previously granted me his legal authority for a lasting power of attorney for health and welfare. So the local authority, who are not in a position to make these decisions because they have no legal authority to do so, are now detaining my brother and endangering his life through the collusion of the care home by failing him to attend a hospital appointment. I just want to be clear about this, that I am highlighting this to yourselves, and I will be publicizing it to everybody I know, that the Care Quality Commission, not yourself, but the organization that you work for, is, in my opinion, shared by West Deering, the health minister, is not fit for purpose, because you are allowing a private individual to be unlawfully detained at a care home, which is now effectively acting as a private prison, knowing full well that my brother there's no legal authority to detain him, no deprivation of liberty order, no lack of capacity, and so these are issues that I can only bring to your attention. I've said everything I need to say now. Is there anything further that you would like to ask me for clarity?
I would, if it's okay with yourself, just to pop you on hold and see if there's any further advice or guidance I can give you that might be helpful.
I'm very appreciative, Kay. I think you're a very, a proper professional doing your job, and I have no criticism against you personally. But obviously, as you can appreciate, it's Christmas coming up tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to see my brother, and nobody's assisting me, and nobody's looking to liaise with me. And quite clearly, there are systemic failures. So thank you very much, Kay. I will give you the opportunity to see if you can further assist me, and then we can look to end the call.
That's fine, thank you. I'll just pop you on short hold. Thanks. Hello?
Oh, yes, hello.
Hi, thank you for your patience. I just wanted to check if there might have been any further advice or guidance that I might have been able to share that you might have found helpful. But there's nothing in particular that I can see that pops out. However, I will be raising this as a safeguarding. I will also be making, I'll also note as well what you mentioned regarding Christopher and the conduct and request for someone completely unrelated to the current situation to review the safeguarding that I'll be raising now.
Thank you, Kate. Can I just ask, first of all, I was put on hold for a considerable amount of time while you looked to find me some further advice. Can you ask how long was that for?
I can't say specifically. I do apologise.
Would
I was just speaking with one of my colleagues just to see if there was any further support we could provide you with.
No further criticism is made against yourself, but would it be fair to say that I was on hold for about 20-25 minutes?
Bear with me a second. I think I messaged my colleague at about 5:02.
Okay. And what time are we on now? So it's about 20 minutes?
About 13 past 5.
Pardon?
It's about 13 minutes past 5.
Yeah, so it's about 20 minutes you've been seeking advice, yes?
Around that, perhaps, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So you've sought full advice from your colleagues, and there's nothing further that you can do at this moment in time. I'm aware of this, and also, you're going to raise this as a safeguarding alert, and it's not going to be Christopher Browell, who is a social worker, who's refusing to liaise with me for over a year now because I'm leaving in daily messages. I think that's the right thing to do. Is there anything further else you want to say?
No, that's all.
Okay.
You are welcome, however, to keep us updated of how this progresses.
Okay.
And we'll share the information with the inspection team, and like I say,
Okay.
and they'll take the appropriate actions based upon the concerns raised.
Okay, there's just two points I would like to add to this. The first thing is that when I rang up last time, I obviously spoke to your colleague, and I had concerns regarding the way I was treated by your colleague when I last rang up. I raised that as a formal complaint, and I raised that directly to, is it Ian Trenholm? Is this CEO called Ian Trenholm?
Previously, but Ian's left.
Or when did Ian leave?
I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's been a couple of months, perhaps now.
Can I ask who the new chief executive is?
It's Sir Julian. I'm just going to double check the last name. Julian Hartley.
Okay, Julian Hartley is the new CQC head of CQC. There are just 2 points I would like to make. I would like to, on the case records, the reason I say this is, but previously I've been emailing, and I continue to daily email Ian Trenholm regarding the situation. I have not got a bounce back saying that Ian is no longer working there, because normally when people leave an organization, they have an email bounce back stating that they're no longer with the organization. I don't believe I've received one from regarding Ian Trenholm, but it doesn't really matter. The new person's called, sorry, remind me again.
Julian Hartley.
All right, so Julian Hartley, I would like, the reason I say this is because the Ian Trenholm is aware of my policy to record calls, and then I publicize them on YouTube. However, subsequently my policy has changed, so I would like to make Mr. Hartley aware that I publicize regularly as a justice campaigner, and I would like you to just take a note of this address. Just so your seniors are aware that I'll be publicizing all my concerns online, and this should also be forwarded on to any inspectors. So can you just take this URL down?
I'm just making some notes.
Yeah, if you.
Wait a second.
Yes.
I've got that. Thank you.
No,
Was there any
no, you
else you would like?
yeah, and you didn't take down the URL. I would like Julian Hartley to be made aware that I'll be publicising, and I have been publicising my concerns at this URL. So could you take down the URL address?
Yeah, bear with me a second. What's the URL, please?
So it's www.tiktok.com / the ampersand sign at the ampersand sign, yes, at, and then it's brother, BROTHER underscore Talib, TALIB.
Was that, so it's tiktok.com / the @ brother underscore C for Charlie, A for Alpha, Alpha
No,
Lima,
sorry, T for Tango.
Thank you. And so I've got Tango, Alpha Lima, Indigo, Bravo.
That's correct, yes. Brother underscore Talib. And that's where I'll publicizing everything, and so therefore any inspector that wants to review my issues or concerns can review them at that site. So that's point number 1. And point number 2 is that any harm that comes to my brother, and if he's to die under these circumstances, then I will be personally holding the CEO, Julian Hartley, responsible for any harm or distress that's coming to my brother as a result of the CQC's failures to take its responsibility seriously. So just those 2 comments. Number 1, make the Julian Hartley and your inspectors aware that where I'm publicising the information, and number 2 is to make Julian Hartley aware that I'll be holding them personally liable for the present harm and suffering and deprivation of liberty that's taking place, and and you as an organisation's failure to act. Just those 2 comments, and then we can look to end our call.
Thank you. I've got that. I'm just going to give you a new reference number just while it's generating, just to let you know there's a survey at the end of the call if you would like to take part.
Okay. Can I ask why do you need to generate a new reference number? Why can't, I mean, it's an ongoing matter, isn't it?
It's because I'm raising this as a safeguarding.
I see. Okay, all right. Please do provide me with a new reference number as a safeguarding concern, because it is a safeguarding concern, and I will at my end equally be raising this as a safeguarding alert to both the local authority and the West Yorkshire Police, because they've endangered my brother's life because they failed to attend a hospital appointment, and as a consequence failed to inform the hospital, and yet they're meant to be a care provider. That is a serious safeguarding concern, because like I said, if there had been the shoe on the other foot, I would have been arrested right now, and charges would have been brought against me for neglect, which has never happened in my care. My brother's never suffered in my care. It's been now 505 days that my brother's been held captive. I'm under a criminal investigation, and they got nothing. Otherwise they would have charged me for neglect. I did not neglect my brother in my care. The local authority did, and they're covering it up and trying to throw me under the bus.
Just making some notes, sorry. Your reference number is Charlie Alpha Sierra hyphen. System's just refreshing, it shouldn't be a second. (7044)
Yes.
29 hyphen.
Yes.
Q for Quebec number 2.
Yes.
F for Foxtrot number 8.
Yes.
X for X-ray number 9.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Do you mind me asking, is it okay to take confirm a contact number in case our inspection team wish to contact you for any further information?
Yes, you don't need to provide. I would prefer to be contacted via email.
That's fine. I'm just going to double check I've got your email. Bear with me 1 second. System's just going a bit slow. It shouldn't be a minute.
Well, it seems your systems are not fit for purpose also. But like I said, thank you for Kay today for being patient and taking my call today. And I have no criticisms drawn against you personally. I know you've tried your best to assist me. However, obviously, as you can appreciate, I'm slightly agitated because it's Christmas tomorrow, and I'm not going to be able to see my brother for the second Christmas now. And so obviously, I'm a bit, as you can appreciate, emotionally invested and distressed. But thank you for your patience, and if you can just confirm the email address.
I'm just waiting for the system to load. It shouldn't be a second.
Okay, well, I'll give you, if you can take a pen and paper, write down my email address, just in case it takes longer.
Yeah.
So it's Talib, Talib, Hussein, Hussain, primary, Primary. So that's Talib Hussein Primary @gmail.com.
Just going to read that back. I have TalibHussainPrimary@gmail.com.
That's correct, yes.
That's perfect. Thank you for sharing your concerns. Take care.
Okay, thank you very much, Kay, and a Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye now.
Please enter 1 to 5 on your keypad. 5.
I'm not going to give them call back. So you can see that call, there was an extraordinarily a long time while she was waiting, because this is clearly a safeguarding issue. I've got these people because, like I said, if it would be in the shoe on the other foot, they would have come down with the police, arrested me for effectively neglecting my brother, endangering his life by failing to attend a predetermined hospital appointment. When the shoe's on the other foot, namely the authorities, with this wishy-washy, because we didn't arrange it on the telephone, they clearly got caught out lying. She was on an extremely long wait. It must have been about 20 minutes. So clearly they're taking this matter seriously. And obviously I'm publicizing it because I believe my brother's life, they're endangering my brother's life. There's got no legal basis to be detaining like this. And I'm obviously alarmed and distressed because I'm not going to be able to see my brother. Never mind how much alarm and distress my brother's suffering from after being 505 days unlawfully detained and held captive because the local authorities, City of Culture, Bradford Council, are incompetent megalomaniacal morons that can't do the job properly. And when you highlight these failures to them, they all join each other, close ranks, create a cabal, and then target and victimize the person that's being victimized, like now myself and my brother. It's completely ridiculous, but at least I've done my bit, highlighted it to them, because there's very limited things I can do. I can't do anything because they're trying to snook me. The police are fully aware of this, the local authority are aware of this, and the worst thing of all is that the courts, the tribunal services, and most importantly the judges and the judiciary are all compromised and malevolent and taking backhanders in order to achieve what the local authorities' agenda is. And the local authorities' agenda is to maintain a public facade that is a city of culture, and it's benevolent, when the reality is that they're malevolent, cruel, vindictive, and persecutory against me and my family, and are targeting us because of their own systemic failures. And all I can really do is highlight and publicize this in order to prevent them from doing this. But the reality is they'll do whatever they like. There's nothing I can do about it because they're all powerful and they think they're next to godliness, and they don't owe a duty of care to the people that they have a duty of care too. And when my brother dies, inevitably they will say lessons will be learned. What lessons are you learning? The only lessons that they will be learned is order to be more effective at covering things up so they can maintain the gravy train that they are presently on, to scam the public purse, to say that they're doing something and they're doing nothing. This Care Quality Commission, they've known since July that I've been sending daily email messages to them that my brother's suffering, and they've done absolutely nothing. They can't even be bothered to pull the finger out of themselves to send down an inspector to ask the manager, why are you preventing his brother from coming to visit him? all lies and deception, fraud and corruption. And this is the level of debauchery that we are presently facing in the society. And yet there's a whole, they play these Hunger Games with you, and they're just so arrogant, sitting in the ivory towers, looking to just dismiss things. I'm saying, oh, Mr. Hussein is just, he's crazy, he's mad, well, I've recorded everything and I've publicized it. And this is one of the reasons that they don't want to talk to me, because they know the fact that I'm on haq, I'm on justice, I'm on truth, and that's something that they can't stand. What they want is power, control, and dominance, in order to dominate and control and victimize the weak and oppress the weak, dominate and oppress the weak in society. So then they can feed their megalomaniacal egos that they're all powerful and in control. The whole system's falling apart, and yet they put my brother in a care home where he's being persecuted, where he's being oppressed and denied his basic rights, in clear deprivation of his liberty. This is all fraud and corruption, and all I can do is really record and publicize as much as I can in order to hopefully protect and safeguard my brother. But the reality is that when they make a decision, when they take an issue with somebody, they come for you, and they always end up murdering somebody, and then they cover it up, one cover up after the next. I'll leave it.